Thanks for tuning into Cigars, Liquor, and More as we join our buddies Bill.
Howdy.
And our other brother Daryl.
Smoke up, Johnny.
Chilling through 2022. Broadcasting from our studio speakeasy as they talk about cigars, liquor, and anything else that comes to mind.
All right. Well,
there's our 2022 intro.
new 2022 intro used for the first time in now 2022. The 6th. Is this the 6th? This is the 6th, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
As I try to set myself on fire.
Yeah, so this will come out, in a few days. I'm not going to count. And what we have for you today, as our first cigar of the new year, is the Montecristo Pepe Mendez Pilotico. It has an Ecuadorian wrapper, a Dominican Republic binder, and a Dominican Republic and Nicaraguan filler. It is a 6 1/4 by 52 and an MSRP of $7. With it, we have the Redemption Cask Series, Straight Bourbon Cognac
Try that again.
Straight Bourbon Cognac Cask Finished. It's bottled at 99 proof and has an MSRP of $75. It is also a Christmas gift.
Yay, Christmas.
So the cold draw is pretty interesting. You could see this is a nice dark Habano wrapper. Did you look at it?
No, Maduro.
Maduro. Nice dark Maduro wrapper.
Maduro colored wrapper.
Yeah, it's darker than a Habano. Anyway, so you expect it to
That's
taste
according
rich.
to the color chart, which we now have on the wall.
Yes, I like it. 2 of them, just in case you need a comparison.
Yeah. Well, I liked the colors the color of things looked really good on the metal one, and it had some, this is how you light, and these are the pieces and stuff like that. And then this print, the colors,
it's bigger. It's nice.
It's bigger. It's easier to read, but the colors, I didn't think were all that. So. And it may just be because it has a gray background. I don't know. But the colors weren't all that, but it was more cigar color size Victola centric.
I like it.
It's also got a length measurement on there if you want to use that for judging the length, and it kind of. It's got some countries on there where things typically come from, such as, Cuba, Mexico, Honduras, Dominican Republic.
They even have Jamaica.
And Jamaica, yes. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. And we've, over this holiday season, hope everybody had a good Christmas and New Year's. I know I did.
You took 2 weeks off.
Yeah, I did. And one of the things I did during that time was paint our studio.
A.K.A. your garage.
A.K.A. the garage. So it's now, if you're looking at the video, you can see the background is basically red, and then we've got this rug hanging on the wall, which gives us, a focal point thing for the camera.
Focal point thing. We're designers.
I don't want to sound like I know what I'm doing with, designing and crap, because I do not.
But everything's on the wall where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, well, that's thanks to the wife.
Yeah, really?
We've got one, yeah, really. Got one picture to put up here and another couple of pictures to print out to put up here. But yeah,
new year, new studio,
and no more. Right now, you can't see the ugly foam insert in the windows, but it looks a lot better than the last month of videos.
Yes.
So
we probably shouldn't put those out, but I think I already put one of them out.
I do not care.
Well, I thought the cold draw was really nice. It almost tasted rich even before I lit it. It was really leathery, really kind of rich. It had a little spiciness right on the lips. Got it right away.
Yeah.
I think it's really supposed to be a medium. I don't think it's supposed to be super bold. But we'll see how that goes. Now, the cask series, actually, the Redemption bottle is pretty cool. It's not the same as the other Redemption bottles. So this is the special series. Ooh. So it's got a thicker glass, and it looks like it's that old timey glass. It's got air bubbles in it, and it's kind of a little yellowy green.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they're trying to make it look like old timey glass, but
no, I like the glass.
Yeah, I like the glass. And I like the nose. It's got a good nose.
What was it? We were trying to find what notes I sent you when I had one of these, because I really was thinking about it when I smoked it. Mm-hmm. Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I see.
I'll move along with the.
Yeah. No, you go ahead. I'm trying to see if I've got notes because I thought I sent notes. No, I'm not ready.
So
I'm not ready for shit.
The nose is what you would expect for a bourbon. It's got vanilla, plenty of it. It's got a little fruitiness, probably the finishing of the cognac cask. I like it. It's got a fruity palate as well. It's got a really long finish. Like, it hangs around.
And it wants to, it lets you know it's there without having a real bite to it.
Yeah, and bottled at 99 proof. It probably should come off a little hot, but it really doesn't. It's pretty nice.
I added it to I didn't text it to you. I added it to my journal. I texted you the picture of it.
So you've smoked this one and you journaled it.
I did.
You want to cover it?
Little nutty, a little leather, and some sweet. I smoked this while me and Dad were sitting here watching the Cowboys and Giants game.
Oh, so recently you smoked this?
Mm-hmm. 19 December.
Okay.
2021. So, yeah. Towards the end, it got a bit dry.
Okay.
Not dry as in I don't have any. It doesn't have any moisture in it, but dry as in the just the feeling of smoking it.
Yeah, the way it make the back of your throat feel.
Yes. So that was, and I put on the back of my throat. Yeah, but I actually enjoyed smoking this. I put it as just above a medium. Not quite medium to bold, not quite medium. Right in there is where I put it. I thought it was a pretty good smoke.
Well, this particular one is kind of maybe a little special for Montecristo. They really did go over with the band. It's all fancy.
Yeah, it's a big band.
I assume this is a picture of Pepe Mendez on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I put
there it is.
I put the list that they described from their website on it. So Montecristo Pepe Mendez Pilotico honors the history of collaboration between the Mendez family and Altadis. It is said that Pepe Mendez brought tobacco seeds in his suitcase when he left Cuba in the 60s and established himself in the Dominican Republic's fertile. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this. I'm not sure if it's Cibao or Cibao, the Cibao Valley. There's another cigar, Cibao. Yeah. I'm not sure to pronounce it. And those seeds have now given birth to the rare Pilotico tobacco, which is this namesake.
I'm looking at the wrong. Oh, wow.
So there you go.
Dummy me.
Little extra.
When I put the notes on my clipboard, I put 215 before.
Okay.
Or I put 214 before 215, and you're doing stuff from 215.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So that's why I was a little bit lost.
I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Yeah, and I don't know how to Cibao. I'm not sure how that's pronounced.
No, the irony is this is 15 and 16. I just forgot to renumber 14.
Oh, okay. I better write that down.
So,
Hey, at least I know,
My
numerical
mistake.
order. Yeah.
I am liking this Redemption. And as I say, who doesn't want Redemption?
Amen, brother.
Everybody wants Redemption. Again, that's why I felt like they're cheating by naming themselves Redemption. It's
not
It's
cheating.
cheating. It's cheating. We had this argument before when I said that the Weekend was cheating when he named himself the Weekend,
Yeah, no.
and that Happy Family is a cheating name for a dinner at a restaurant because you
Who
want
doesn't
Happy
want a happy
Family?
family?
No.
Who doesn't want to enjoy the weekend?
Who doesn't like
Who
the
doesn't
Weekend?
want
No, I
Redemption?
don't like the Weekend.
I mean,
You can't. It's nice. It's just it's cheating.
it's not cheating because it makes you have to state specifically what it is you're talking about according to your audience.
I still love Redemption though, even though they cheat. Good juice.
It's a really good liquor. It really is.
Now this one's kind of pricey, 75. But the regulars, the regular Redemption, the regular Redemption Rye, they fall in the under 30 category, so very affordable. One of the reasons I like them. But Christmas gifts, though.
But I mean, yeah, Christmas gift. This proof plus a Texas whiskey.
Wait,
yeah.
what? No, Redemption is not Texas.
Oh, Redemption is not Texas.
Oh, it's very
I'm sorry.
Kentucky.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I know which one you're mixing it up with, though. That's
Yes,
all right. We
yes.
won't do that.
Yeah.
No, Redemption's very Kentucky.
Wow. Okay. Let's not start show over. Let's just keep going.
Well, like we said, we don't do a lot of editing because we want it to feel like it's a lounge. And nobody gets a chance to edit what they say in a lounge or...
This brain fart brought to you by Bill.
Let me see what Redemption says on the bottle. So this is the cask series. It has a Ferrand on it, which is, I assume, the cognac that they used. This is batch number 1.
Really?
Bottle number 5118. Bold rye forward bourbon, aged in American oak barrels, finished in complex Ferrand cognac casks. Bottled in the Indiana heartland. Bottled by Bardstown Barrel Selections, Bloomington,
Kentucky.
Indiana. So I guess it's made. So whenever
It
something,
says where it's bottled, not where it's.
yeah. So I assume it's distilled and aged in Bardstown. But man, whenever I see Indiana, I'm like, did you put your name on something? Did you put your name on something?
Hey, they have to be able to make liquor too.
No. I'm an MGP fan. I just don't like it when somebody tries to pull the wool over your eyes. I don't like that.
Hey, you want to know where it comes from. You
do.
really do.
I do.
Yeah.
I just want the honesty. That's all.
Can they impart different flavors in it? Sure. Can they get a specialty batch made for them? Sure. But just, it does seem a little dishonest.
Well, it says barreled
It's a
in Bardstown. So
It's a-
I wonder if they bought some
it's-
MGP,
it's a half.
put it in the cognac casks in Kentucky, and 80% of the aging was in
It's a partial
MGP.
truth.
And so I don't know. I'm
No,
asking.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
It's not something they put on their website.
Somebody should look it up and tell us.
Ah, it's Randy.
We could look it up too. Yeah, we could.
I
ask
guess
Randy.
I guess
Yeah.
we could look it up.
Well, we can.
Yeah.
I'd rather have somebody tell me though.
Right, because then you go, hey, why don't we have a cigar? We sit down and you tell me a story. So we're a little into it. I think we can discuss its tastes.
Well, I do get a hint of leather. I get no sweet out of it this time, so far.
Okay.
Yeah. And almost a woody flavor, but I'm curious if that's coming from the liquor.
In this case,
Yeah, because the liquor does have a pretty good woody flavor to it.
a little bit. Yep. Yeah.
So,
I would say. I see. I was focusing on the fruitiness. I like the fruitiness. It was nice. It's not a sweet fruit.
but
It's a dried
Yeah.
type fruit. Yeah, it's like a dried fruit. I always want to go cherries, but it's not usually.
You do.
Not always cherries. This
No,
one's kind of cherries.
You don't
though.
want dried apple?
This is kind of cherries though. Yeah, you know, nobody's like, this is like dry watermelon. This is like dried watermelon. That's what this is. This is a dusty watermelon.
Dusty cherry. It's a dusty cherry.
You should just wash it off first. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, all right. So cigar has given me, it's very earthy. It's woody and leathery for me, with a little toast. Kind of a firm draw, firmer than I'd like, but not bad.
Really? You need to cut it more?
No, I got a good cut. I don't want to decapitate it.
I am without my V cutter because we went to New Year's Eve shindig down the street, and I left my cutter. Oh, but I did see Andrew.
Really? He came in
to
town?
Andrew. Yeah, he was in town.
Oh, I wish I'd seen him.
We had a good time. He had a cigar for me. I had some cigars for him. First time he's tried Adventura.
Oh, really?
So he had two
Nice.
of them that night. He had a Long Live the King and a Conqueror.
Nice.
Yeah, no, not a Long Live the King.
King is dead.
King is dead.
You were just filling in the second half.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he enjoyed them both. I was gonna hand him some to take home with him, but I just didn't connect with him afterwards. I was massively hungover. I tied one on. I tied one on. But the house over there is beautiful. It looks great.
Looks finished.
Yeah. Yep. And there's one TV in the house, and that's in the bottom floor. And it's a pseudo basement.
Okay.
It's half.
Yeah, I saw how it was built.
Yeah, and he's got a screen down there that a projector plays on. And that screen's almost as wide as between these two doors over here.
So-
It's freaking huge.
14 feet?
Yeah, probably 12, 14-foot screen. Freaking huge.
Nice.
It's really nice, though. And he had all of his electronics out, but the kid kept going over and pressing buttons.
Of course.
Yeah, so he bought a server rack to put all the stuff in. Smart call, because now the kid can't get to it. It's all enclosed. So good stuff, because, kids love to press things.
Oh, they like pushing buttons. I had that happen with my stereo. I wasn't sure how to get it to work again, because he'd press so many buttons, all these settings were changed, and it probably took me a half hour to get sound to come back out of my stereo again. Like, oh my God. Why do those buttons exist? Where is the turn it off? Where's the reroute the audio to nowhere button? Why is that a thing? Anyway. All right.
Don't know how it happens, but if anybody can find it out, it's a 1-year-old.
Okay. This is a good cigar. I like this cigar.
Well, I'm glad you like it. I say as if I brought it.
Well, you bought it.
Oh, what have we got going on, man?
Well, since we're ushering in the new year, I just was like, okay, so what's new for 2022? I just started looking around.
There you go.
So, 25 states where the minimum wage is going up in 2022.
Wow.
Workers in half the nation will earn more money in the new year due to an increase in the minimum wage. That's good news for older workers, because researchers found that hikes in the minimum wage help them stay in the workforce longer, leading to improved finances in retirement. Oh, P.S. This might be a little bit centric to a certain group because this is from AARP.org.
Gotcha. Okay.
29 states and the District of Columbia have minimum wages higher than $7.25 required by the federal law for non-tipped workers. Virginia will see the largest increase in 2022, boosting its minimum wage by $1.50. And Delaware is raising its rate by $1.25 per hour. 6 states, California, Connecticut, Florida, Illinois, New Jersey, New Mexico, are raising it by $1. And then the rest are sort of go off from there. According to the Bureau of Statistics, U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, roughly 20% of workers who earn their state's minimum wage are 45 or older. One study by researchers from University of Northern Iowa and the U.S. Census found that people who receive minimum wage increases between the ages of 62 and 70 delayed claiming Social Security retirement benefits by an average of 6 months. Minimum wage increases in the United States have helped increase the financial well-being of older individuals by encouraging delayed retirement claiming and increased labor supply later in life. The following states will see wage increase, and there's a table. So I put that table on the other side, and I sorted it by the.
A little sorting.
But yeah, I sorted it, and then I highlighted the highest ones and the lowest one. So interesting. The new minimum wage, if it's not at the federally mandated lower, is Montana at $9.20, and it's only going up 45 cents. At the high end is California, going from $14 to $15. That's that $1 increase. But again, not the highest. Delaware is going up by $1.25 to $10.50, and then the lowest increase is this little 24-cent increase. Colorado is moving up from $12.32 to $12.56. I love that they settled on $12.32. You're like, wait, now.
How'd you come up with this figure?
Can you imagine the previous argument? No. It should be at least $12. No. It should be $12.50. No. How about $12.30? Let's $12.32. Let's settle $12.30. Or they just did like they did here, and you raise it 24. So you raise oddball amounts, and then it gets off like that. So it's a little weird, but
started out as something even, and then as they slowly increased it. I've got mixed feelings on minimum wages.
I do too.
Federal or anything. And one thing, I mean, it's nice to, have a minimum amount for whatever job it is. I mean, let's face it, minimum wage jobs are zero-skilled jobs. Right? You learn on the job.
Right.
And there is...
That's why every kid gets his job at McDonald's or at something very basic.
Yeah. And what it used to be is a mass majority of the minimum wage jobs were transitory jobs. So you had them for a summer or for a year, and then you moved on. You either moved up, you got raises,
or you went somewhere else.
Or you went somewhere else, or you got an education, or you got a job skill, or something like that.
Yep.
And now...
They turned into careers. And I think that happened in the 90s.
I see a lot of, like this says, I see a lot of people 40 and older working these type jobs. Why?
I think that can easily happen.
How can you get to this point in life and have that kind of a job?
I think that I'd like to hear the gender breakdown in it, because I think what happens is a lot of women leave the workforce to raise their kids for the first 5 or 10 years, right? And then when they return, you're returning like an unskilled laborer again, right? And now you start at the bottom, or maybe a little bit higher up, but not. You just lost out, on some big years of experience, right? So I think that's could be part of it.
I get that. I understand it, but that can't be a majority of these people. It can't be.
I don't think it's a majority. I think that people are just not willing to pay that much because we've automated so much stuff. All the jobs are easier than they were before. And so there's no learning because you don't need to learn because everything's been made really easy. And so they go, why would I pay you anything if it's that easy?
Yeah, if it's muscle memory and not skill,
right?
You get paid for skill. You don't get paid for muscle memory.
Well, even one of the higher paying jobs in a Walmart, a McDonald's, whatever, is the register. Firstly, you kind of want to trust that person, so you don't want the youngest kid in your building.
You're talking about non-management jobs.
Yes. Is probably the cash register. But, it used to be the cash register was a highly skilled person.
Yep.
You had to know how to use the register. You had to know you're pretty quick-witted with math. You had to remember the SKUs for all the vegetables and everything. Because if you're going to be a quick one, you can't look it up on a sheet of paper all the time. But now it's just boop. And that's skillless again. They turned that to skillless. And now turning everything in the kiosks. The last 2 times I've been to McDonald's, they've had kiosks. I didn't talk to a person. I put in my order. I paid for it at the kiosk with a credit card. And when they called my number out, I went and picked it up. Nobody talked to me. Nobody
Probably all
did
through
anything.
an app, too.
Yeah, you can do it in an app. If you download the McDonald's app, you can order online as you approach the building, and it'll be ready for you when you get there. There's a lot of them like that. Starbucks does that, right?
Well, I don't know. I don't
They
do
do.
Starbucks, but okay.
Starbucks does that.
We need to take a little break.
Okay.
And we will be right back.
Enjoy the any time of the day cigar. Drunk Chicken cigars are nub-alicious. So good you'll smoke it to a nub. You can get 10% off your order at drunkchickencigars.com by using the promo code CLM2020.
Okay. All right.
I am removing the first band.
Yes, I just
so this
did that too.
This cigar has 2 bands. It has the
normal band. I'm gonna call
the
it
regular
normal band.
size Montecristo band, and then it's got the larger band about halfway down for Pepe.
Very large
Pilotico.
band. Very
Yep.
large.
And and the band is just as dark as the wrapper.
Yeah.
Blends
And it's substantial
in really
paper.
well.
This is a heavy grade
it's nice.
paper.
It's thick.
It's a thick paper.
Yeah, they did not wimp out on this at
No.
all. They did really good. And a little fleur-de-lis on there. So, yeah.
So midway mark, want to make some comments. So one thing I'd say is, I like the liquor. I like the cigar. I don't think they are conflicting, and I don't think they're helping. I think they are each their own thing right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the opposite way on that. I think the liquor is taking away some from the cigar.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There are flavors that I wrote down in this book that were very pronounced to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having difficulty getting.
Okay.
And the only change is the beverage I've had with it.
Well, the day changed.
Well, and the day.
What you
yeah.
ate, how you feel, your
Yeah.
sinuses. I mean, there's a lot. But when's the last time you took a sip?
Right before the break.
Oh, okay. So it's still fresh in your mouth.
Fairly. I set it down for a while and smoked on it while we were talking, and I started to get some more light coating in the mouth, and started to get a little bit more flavor out of it. But with the liquor, either taking a draw then a drink, or taking a drink then a draw, it just kind of it mutes the cigar some for me.
Okay.
So in that regard, I don't necessarily care for this pairing.
Right.
I mean, granted, we're only halfway through. I don't want to state totally But
No, I mean,
this is the feeling that I get right now.
and it's probably right. You know, they say your first guess is probably your right, the right one. So I
So
would,
they may not be helping or hurting for you, but for me, this combo is hurting. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the liquor, the Redemption. I want to say sherry cask because I can't remember
Cognac.
right now. Cognac cask, thank you. Have to put on my glasses and read. And, so the Redemption Cognac cask, 99 proof, is good. I really like it. I enjoy it. I just not with this cigar.
Yeah.
Not for me.
okay.
So I don't want anybody to think I don't like the liquor. I do. Just not the best pairing, for my view.
I would agree, but just that they don't help each other, and I'm always looking for something better. So I want better than that. I probably wouldn't pair this again.
Greater than the sum of the parts.
That's what I'm looking
Is
for.
what you want.
That
Yeah.
is always what I'm looking for.
Yeah. I think that's what, I mean, people that think about this kind of thing, I think that's what they want out of it.
Absolutely.
Something
That's
more
what,
than the
that's
sum of
what
the
we're here
parts.
for. That's why we
Exactly.
have the primo pairings.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, right out of the gate,
Not going to kick off the new year with a primo.
No. no. That's all right.
But I wanted to have my Christmas liquor right away.
Oh, you betcha. You betcha.
I got several bottles
But
for
you do
Christmas.
like the cigar.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So I did really enjoy this cigar.
Good.
And I'm enjoying it now, don't get me wrong.
Cigar tasting notes. Has anything changed? Is it evolving?
Overall, the leather has gone away, and you know that woody flavor that I thought maybe I was getting because of the combo with the liquor really has kind of muted some and brought more earth to it. The little sweetness I got before, I haven't got at all this time, and the dryness that I said I got towards the end, we're not towards the end yet, but it's kind of creeping in now,
Okay.
whereas before it was towards the end
Yeah.
that I got it. So yeah, it's transitioned a bit for me, but it may be a result of, setting the liquor down for a little bit, smoking some, then picking the liquor back up, smoking some. So I don't know, just because for me, the liquor is kind of taking away from the cigar some.
Okay. Now, we're not actually at the midway point because this is a big cigar. But I'd say we're at the end of the first third, probably.
Yeah,
And
right about there.
it is transitioning for me. I'm getting... the less I drink of the alcohol and just go with a water rinse, I'm getting a buildup now, and it's going with a tingling, like that numbing sensation.
Yeah,
It reminds me
yeah.
of clove, and I'm getting that. So it's kind of like a clove. I'm still getting the wood and leather, but it's not as strong, and I'm getting more toast and clove and that numbing sensation.
Sounds pleasant.
It is. It's very nice. It is very nice. Yeah.
So we were recording the new intro, and I made the statement, I do like this music.
I do too.
Yeah.
It really has grown on me.
And Joy has said, well, that kind of says something, right? Because, this is now our going into our third year.
Yeah.
Well,
Ish.
yeah, because we started late in 2019. We did all of 2020. We did all of 2021. Now we're starting
So 2 and 5 months. 2 and 4 or 5 months.
we got the
yeah.
we started with the music somewhere between it was the mid to late teen episodes.
Yeah, it took us a while to pick it.
Yeah, but I like it even today. Even hearing it every time we record, I still like it.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, way to go, McLeod. McLeod is the artist that we bought this from.
Yeah.
And he's got a bunch of other things out there, but this was the one of his that I really liked.
Yeah, he sells them on a website. It's like, hey, they're quick 1 minute little duty things for like this. They're light duty music in the background, and that's what they are. And he's got a bunch of them, and we bought this one.
Yeah, it's on a site that I don't remember the site that we got it off of, but it's on a site that's meant for videos, podcasts, shows, and some of them are not his. His are generally a minute or longer, but some of them on there you can get are just 10, 15 seconds.
Right.
And there are some that are 5 or 6 minutes. This one, all total, I think, is about 3.5 minutes.
Is it?
Yeah, and there's various changes through it and whatnot.
Well, this is the only part I know. I don't think I listened to the whole thing.
Well, I use for the intro. Go figure. This is me. For the intro, I use the beginning part of it. For the mid break, I use the mid part of it, and for the ending, I use the end of it.
We're engineers. We're engineers. You followed his lead. That's what you did. He's the musician, so you know, why not follow his lead?
Yes,
nailed it.
And it kicks off right. Dom, dom, dom. It just he did a good job.
Yeah,
really good job.
I do
Oh,
like
by
it
the
too.
way, thank you. I'm wearing my
see you're
Christmas
wearing
shirt.
Your Christmas shirt. Yep.
Yeah. It's a herringbone of the state of Texas.
Yeah, if you're not gonna be able to see it because they're little, these tiny little, I don't even know,
I'll take a
10,000
picture.
little pictures, of 10,000 little Texases on his shirt, and the camera won't see it because it just looks like dots, but it's actually a whole bunch of Texi.
Texi. The plural of Texas.
I'm pretty sure it's Texi.
Like cacti.
Well, if it ends in an S, I tend to go with the I instead of extra S's.
Okay, I can buy that.
That's a me thing.
You don't want to say Texases?
No. Sounds too much like taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be a fine cigar.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going back to the liquor, though. I got my tasting notes.
Do it to it.
What? Yeah, I think the liquor kind of changed a little flavor on me.
So for Christmas, one of the places we went for Christmas was a small get-together. Some folks we know. And they had a nice dinner, a little get-together for folks. And the host, I took a boot bottle of our bourbon.
Oh, nice.
And it was very well appreciated and liked. Mm-hmm. And then for the New Year's Eve thing, I took another boot bottle for everybody to try.
I applaud you for having some left.
I don't anymore.
Yeah.
And 4 people drank the whole thing.
Well, it's only a half bottle.
It's only half bottle, but 4 people drank the whole thing, and everybody loved it. And this one guy raved about it.
Yeah.
So, yay us.
That's nice. That's nice. So,
So
we
me, and the group that did that, we did a really good job. And, kudos to the folks at Lone Elm. Logan especially, because, Logan's in the trenches.
Yeah.
He's there doing all of the stuff, getting dirty. And, he's the one that really helps us with the formulation. What is our mash going to be and all that good stuff. And it's just worked out so good.
Yeah, I like those bottles.
I do not want to grind corn anymore.
No, I don't either. But, got to be done. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're a small operation, so they've got this real basic, heavily manual grinder. No, it's not fed by a worm drive or anything. It's just you pour it in the top.
Yeah, you take the 55-gallon drums that you put your grain in, you hoist it up, lean it over.
Of course.
Yeah, I can't even get through the first show of the year without hitting the thing. You raise it up, you put it in. Now, thankfully, the grinder is electric, so you push a button on that. But you got to move these things in and out, and
It's heavily manual.
it's dirty, it's manual, a lot of dust, and then you go from there into the cooker, and
Also manual.
the
Lifting it up
cookers-
to the cooker.
Oh yeah. So there's a little bit of work to it,
Yeah.
but
It's a fun day though.
it's a good day.
I recommend everybody who's interested even a little bit in whiskey to go seek out your small manufacturers and ask them if they have programs like this. I think most
Yeah.
of them do.
Yeah, and if you're in the Dallas area, Lone Elm, Forney, Texas, they'll be more than happy to get you on the schedule. They will work with you.
Well,
It's-
yeah, they have to work with you because their schedule fills up.
fills up fast.
We when we had our delay, we got pushed like 6 months.
Yep.
Ooh.
And when we scheduled, the schedule we ended up on for doing our rum mash
Got pushed.
was that one got delayed by a freeze and equipment breakdowns, things like that. But when we got together and we started talking about when are we going to do this rum mash, we only had 3 weekends to choose from.
Yeah.
So that's
Sorghum's so much easier to grind though.
oh yeah,
That
it
was
is.
much better.
Oh, and tasty, so tasty.
Oh, I ate it. I ate while I was grinding. I just ate it. Tastes like grape nuts, but sweeter.
Can't wait to do that one on the show.
Yeah, that'll be good. Our own rum. Although, again, that kind of goes against the show's sort of philosophy of doing things people can get. I don't want to smoke cigars no one can get. I don't want to drink allocated whiskeys that no one can get.
I know, but it's not every show. It's just
true.
every now and then.
That's true. That's true. Maybe we should do it.
Yeah,
we never did
should.
our whiskey.
No, we didn't, did we?
No, we didn't.
Well, that was stupid.
I think I do have one boot bottle left.
That's a really and that the Conqueror, that
Yes.
bourbon went really good with that Conqueror.
That's what you smoked with it? All right, we'll do that.
That was the last thing I smoked with it. I've smoked a lot of stuff with it, but the last thing I had was the Conqueror, and of course it's a Lancero, so you've got a really high wrapper to filler ratio, so you get a lot of flavor from it, and I don't know, maybe that helps,
Maybe.
but I thought it would. And now
That's a very flavorful
again,
whiskey. I think you would need a flavorful cigar.
Chatting, and some folks were shooting off fireworks, and so it wasn't a sit down and think about it and all that. But I enjoyed it. Of course, atmosphere, right? Atmosphere plays a part in how you feel about something. So maybe it's worth a try.
Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. I think I still have a half a bottle left. And we'll get more in 6 or 7, 8 months, something like that.
Yeah, I think that one's.
Isn't the next pull at 2 years? Well, right?
Oof.
We pulled the first one at 1 year because then those little 5-gallon barrels.
Yeah, I think we go back and we do a tasting of it. Probably April or May, we'll go back and do a tasting of it and see if we want to pull it or let it set a little longer. And when we do that, we'll also do a tasting of the rum just to see how it's coming along. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that we'll leave it in there a little bit longer.
I think we'll go 2 years.
Those 5-gallon barrels,
They
those
age
go
up
quick.
Yeah.
Those 15s a little bit longer.
Yeah, but 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw how dark it was
Oh,
at 1 year, and those 5 gallons is dark. So I think we'll be fine at 2.
it was beautiful.
Probably not 1.5. I'll probably wait for 2.
We will know for sure when we taste it. We will. We will.
Oh, we'll know. But that's a great thing. We've recommended that many times, though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So Lone Elm does that, and there are a bunch of other smaller distilleries that will work with you to do things like that too. And you get and 5, 6, 80 of your friends together, so that the cost individually it comes out less.
Yeah.
And you just go, you have fun. For us, it's a 2 Saturday deal, 2 back-to-back Saturdays. Now, you are there all day. So you have to plan, your family has to plan on you not being there, right? Because you need to show up early, and you're going to stay a little bit later. So it's going to be longer than an average work day.
Mm-hmm.
But so much fun.
It is.
And barreling day is pretty simple, right? Because you go from
Barreling day is just a party.
Yeah, you go from the fermenter into the still. Once it's in the still's going to
It's just
take
waiting.
10 hours or so to work. So, I mean, you go in every now and then and you pull from it and see, okay, have we gone through the heads? Right? Are the heads
The still's done in well under 10 hours. Probably 6 or 7. Because we don't get that still going until like 9, and we're done by 5.
It also depends upon what the liquor is.
Yeah.
That rum we thought was going to go a little bit faster, but it wound up going a little bit slower. The hard part on the rum was, when do you stop?
Yeah.
Right, because you don't the change that you normally get for the tails with the bourbons and the whiskeys, you don't really get with the rum. So it's really hard to tell. You gotta. That takes. Takes time, takes sampling, takes.
Yeah, I was a little bummed. I missed
You missed
rum
that day.
barreling day.
Yeah, you missed that day. That was a pretty fun day.
I bet.
But at least you were there on the day on our mash day.
Yeah. Mash day was
the
a
Bourbon
big
Club
day.
was there. They were doing their barreling.
Yeah.
And they brought a whole bunch of
And there
stuff
was a
to
chili
sample.
cook-off.
Oh, and the chili cook-off.
And there
yeah.
was vendors selling honey and soups and candy. I mean, name it. They were selling all kinds of stuff. It was, I bought a lot of stuff.
It was just awesome.
Mm-hmm. So Christmas, New Year's, we were home in time for New Year's, but I didn't call you. I was going to see what you guys were doing, but we were like, how about we just sit here? That's what we did. But yeah, from Christmas to New Year's, we were in Michigan. We went to Upper Peninsula and did some skiing.
So how long was
went
the
with
drive
Jen's
from
family.
the airport to the
About 4.5
to
hours.
the lodge?
So we flew
That's
from
nice.
DFW. Yeah, we had to drive from the Minneapolis airport to Upper Peninsula. That was about 4.5 hours. But we flew from DFW to Upper Peninsula to Minneapolis, St. Paul, because I don't even know what that drive would be normally. 30 hours? It would be insane.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
So we flew. Of course, we exposed ourselves to all the evils of the world. And saw her parents and in-laws, and I think we did it right. So if I can recommend people who are going to fly over the holidays, don't fly Christmas Eve. It will kill you. You fly Christmas Day, it is perfect. There's no one there. When I walked up to security, I was the guy at security. That was it. There was nobody else there. Yeah. Same when we came home. We came home early. Like, instead of coming home Sunday when all the flights were canceled and everybody else was trying to fly, we came home Friday. Nobody's coming home on a Friday with a weekend in front of them, right? Almost everybody wants to fly Sunday evening and get as many days in as they can. Well, guess what? Friday, same thing, but not exactly the same. Like 10-minute security line. Probably 10 max. No, I'm exaggerating. 5. It was. I just wasn't the only person there, but I walked right up to it, and I mean, it was just fine. Now, don't get me wrong. Our flights were all full. They were still offering, hey, we'll give you, $500 voucher, $600. You make the offer. You can even do it through your phone. They'll send you a message. Yeah. So when you go check in with your boarding pass, they'll put a little bar up above the flight, and if you tap on it, because they'll say, we're offering vouchers. And so if you tap on it, they'll say, how much would you want and mine went everywhere from $500 to $1,200. And then I guess, if you're willing, you just punch in what you're willing to go at. And then if they get up to you, you get it. And I was like, wow, they've automated that nice. I was tempted.
When you're flying by yourself,
I was tempted.
those are much easier. When you're flying with a family, those are more difficult.
Oh, but so there was another flight. So we left at 2:30. There was another flight at 6:30. Like if you bump me from 2:30 to 6:30 for $500 a person, I'll do that all day. I was really tempted to do that. Like all four of us. Why not? I'll pay for a hotel if it goes to the next day.
You better ask the wife first.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't gonna punch that in right off. But you go, hey, I got 4 available for at $800 or something. You go, oh, that's $2,400. I mean, stay here one more day, or even 2 for $2,400. I got a hotel and some spending cash. So kinda. I've thought about it, but we just came home. It was fine. Travel was no problem.
Of course, you have to wear masks. On the planes, and you have to wear a mask in the airport.
Yeah. But Minneapolis did not. We went to Mall of America. They did not require you to wear a mask in there. It was recommended if you weren't vaccinated.
Oh, what was Mall of America like?
It's big. We probably saw a tenth of it. We did not see even we did not see anything of it.
They have the music park going on, or was that closed?
We went to was that Nickelodeon? Yeah, we went to the Nickelodeon sort of event area. They had like roller coasters and like a little miniature, amusement park in there. And we went on one of those 5D adventures where you sit in a car and the car moves around and you watch a virtual reality thing in front of you. And the 5th dimension is like when the monster spits in your face, it sprays water at you or something.
They did that for... wasn't A Bug's Life. It was something else. But it was an immersive thing, and it was novel at the time. But they had each seat had little nodules that would jump up. So when the little centipede went underneath you on the screen, that you felt them on your butt.
Right.
When
Winds
something
face,
sprayed you,
yeah.
You got a little mist of water. Cool. You got puffs of air. It was interesting. It was a one-time thing for me.
Yeah, it was expensive. I wouldn't do that more than once.
Well, and when I go to see a movie, I don't want to be bothered by anything. Especially somebody kicking my chair behind me.
But it was a good trip. I hadn't skied in 20 plus years. Took to it again. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't going down any black diamonds, but I almost did.
By accident?
Yeah, by accident. I was not navigating properly, and I went up to the edge and went, that has a label. I better look at what that is.
That looks like no.
And I looked at it, and I'm like, okay, how black is this diamond? I looked down it and went, no, I'm going to walk up the other way. I had to walk up about 50 yards to the next crossover to get back into the blues.
Now, when you walk in, do you take the skis off and walk, or do you walk in skis?
You can walk in skis, but it's just slower. You do like a side. You do it sideways up the hill.
Yeah. Well, I've seen video of it.
Okay. So I did that like 4 steps and went, oh, bag this. And I took the skis off and just walked up. But it was about 50 yards. The irony was I was so hot at the time I got up 50 yards. I'm like, where'd that breeze go? Oh, yeah, I'm not doing 20 miles an hour down a hill anymore.
Cool.
But it was
glad
good.
You had a great time.
Good. We did have a good time.
Yeah. Glad you didn't have any travel concerns.
No, and nobody got sick. Nobody was sick there.
I sent you a text because they were announcing that flights were starting to be canceled.
Yeah. Well, there was a few that were canceled even on the day we flew on Friday, but they were just to destinations that already had icing and snowing and stuff happening. So
Okay.
no chance of DFW being canceled.
All right. Well, let's close this thing out,
All
man.
right. All right.
You give us a wrap.
All right. I like the cigar, and I like the bourbon. But like you said, I don't like them together.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pair it up again. I didn't feel like it fought it like you did. But
Towards the end, I started getting more. Towards the end of the show, I started getting more of the fruity off the liquor that you were talking about earlier.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That was good. I feel better.
Heck yeah! Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.